wow. 5-4 Rangers in overtime. John Giannone, Anson Carter, Steve Alliquette from our Delta MSG studios. We have seen some memorable signature road wins this year. In Carolina, where they stole one, the comeback against Montreal, 4 down, the shutout in Vegas. This one has to go at the top.
I can't stress how difficult of an assignment this was for Georgiev.
Right.
8 days since his last start. His last start was against these same Toronto Maple Leafs, where he allowed 6 goals, and he comes back with a lot of pressure, guys, in the first period, where the Toronto Maple Leafs are on the early power play. That save right there on Nylander sets the tone for the game. Everybody knows Georgiev's on his game, and we're going to steal one in Toronto tonight. It helps everybody's confidence to see him go one-on-one with Matthews twice in the second period on that seam pass. Matthews gets one later on, but he still responds with more saves from the slot. He was non-stop the entire night. And if you look at all of the pressure that he was able to park mentally and not allow it to affect his game, I thought his pressure and ability to handle that pressure is really what helps him, and even get a little bit of luck with this cross. But guys, are you serious with that one? So you get into an overtime, and he makes another big east to west save, and then your team recovers the puck. Strome is strong on it here. He gets the puck here up to Panarin, and it's an amazing play because he notices D'Angelo's coming, and he pumps for a quick second, and Tony Dynamic puts it in the back of the net. I mean, this team is so exciting for a hockey game, guys, to add the pressure of Hockey Night in Canada, in Toronto, and everything that happened in this game. It's an amazing third period effort that leads to this success in overtime. And you know what it was, guys? If it wasn't for just one misplaced stick for Lindgren, you don't even go to overtime.
Right.
And he only made one mistake all night. He was great.
But it's still remarkable that Alex Georgiev is able to gather himself after giving up a goal in the final, inside the final minute, and then make those 2 saves, one against Matthews and then that one against Riley in overtime, to give the Rangers that chance.
Right, and you couldn't fault him in any of the Toronto Maple Leafs goals. I mean, Toronto Maple Leafs are a dynamic team you're going to find in the National Hockey League. But that overtime winning goal, I thought, was unbelievable. You see Panarin coming down. He's got 21 goals this season. So Freddie Anderson is out of position because he's thinking, there's no chance I'm going to let Panarin beat me on this shot, thinking that there's no way that D'Angelo's getting this pass across.
Right.
But what does the bread man do? We see him do it time and time again this season. Thread that needle, put him in position to put that puck on net on his stick. And Tony D'Angelo, I mean, even JG, you could have scored that goal, man. It was so
I could
easy.
not have. And I'll tell you what, the
pump
Leafs,
his tires too much.
Yeah, really, slow down. The Leafs had 89 shot attempts in this game. 89, and they don't win. And a big reason why? Well, how about Ryan Strome from Mississauga, Ontario, less than a half hour from Toronto, goes back home on a Saturday night. We talked about the majestic element of playing in that building on a Saturday night. 2 goals and 2 assists.
There's no better feeling when you're a hometown boy playing against Toronto Maple Leafs on Saturday night, Hockey Night in Canada. It's the best feeling in the world because you know all your friends back home are watching. And right to start this hockey game, Ryan Strome takes advantage of this laid-back Maple Leaf D, and then Brett Howden finds that sweet spot in the quiet area in the zone and puts it home. Artemi Panarin takes advantage of the Leaf turnover, and there's no hesitation in Ryan Strome's game right there. He puts it in the back net. But this is the shot I love here, Valley. He understands that Dermott is way back. He takes what's given to him and leans right into that clapper and goes upstairs the rocket. That was
I was saying, Anson, how? From that distance, it doesn't hit a stick. It goes clean in. It starts in the Ranger zone. Fox gets it up, and then Panarin moves it to Strome. Strome's checking here. He's wondering if he's going to make an early pass to Fost. He chooses not to. He hangs on to it and shoots from an area that you don't typically see goals from, where a goalie has clear sight and vision. That shot went in 2.2% of the time last year. Only 12 goals all of last season from there, okay, from that exact spot. But all of the goalies in the NHL, Anderson has given up the second most goals outside of the slot area, so from distance in the NHL on clear-sighted shots. That was his 11th against. Only David Riddick from Calgary has allowed 12.
You have to wonder about fatigue for Freddie Anderson, right? He's way outside his post, and as a goaltender, if you're getting tired, you break down mentally and you're outside of your spot. So you have to wonder, if Toronto Maple Leafs have no backup goalie, it worked the Rangers' favor in that goal.
And maybe we saw another example of that when Mika Zibanejad scored late in the second period to make it 4-2. Take a look and let's discover whether that was part of the case.
Well, that's exactly what you're saying on the Zibanejad goal. It's the same as what you see on the Strome goal. There was a lot of over-challenging moments for Anderson in this game, but when you break down the goal and you're looking at how the Rangers once again started this play in their own zone, they have very good coverage in tight, and they get the puck here to Zibanejad with speed, but there's no shot here for Zibanejad. Anderson's out, and I like the fact that there's a stutter step and then open up the goaltender, make him open and move his legs. At this point right here, from Anderson's perspective, he's 4 feet out in the white ice. There's no shot here. And then a quick stutter step, and he opens up the garage doors, and that's why you're able to slide that through, Anson.
And Chris Kreider makes a little play there, winning that loose puck battle that starts that whole play. I thought he was unreal the whole night. He never lost a race, never lost a puck battle, and that carried on to the rest of his team because you saw Ryan Strome in overtime winning that battle against Mitch Marner, which eventually led to the goal.
8 goals in 8 games now for Zibanejad, 11 in 16 since he came back.